Preface of Cymraeg Cymrup. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Maria Therese. Cymraeg Cymrup by Robert Hugh Benson. Preface. Very nearly the whole of this book is sober historical fact, and by far the greater number of the personages named in it once lived and acted in the manner in which I have presented them. My hero and my heroine are fictitious, so also are the parents of my heroine, the father of my hero, one lawyer, one woman, two servants, a farmer and his wife, the landlord of an inn, and a few other entirely negligible characters. But the family of the Fitzherberts passed precisely through the fortunes which I have described. They had their confessors and their one traitor, as I have said. Mr. Anthony Babington plotted and fell in the manner that is related. Mary languished in Chartley, under Sir Amyas Paulet, was assisted by Mr. Bourgogne, was betrayed by her secretary and Mr. Gifford, and died at Fotheringay. Mr. Garlick and Mr. Ludlam and Mr. Simpson received their vocations, passed through their adventures, were captured at Padley, and died in Derby. Father Campion, from whose speech after torture the title of the book is taken, suffered on the rack and was executed at Tyburn. Mr. Topcliffe tormented the Catholics that fell into his hands, plotted with Mr. Thomas Fitzherbert, and bargained for Padley, which he subsequently lost again, on the terms here drawn out. My Lord Shrewsbury rode about Derbyshire, directed the search for recusants, and presided at their deaths. Priests of all kinds came and went in disguise. Mr. Owen went about constructing hiding-holes. Mr. Bassett lived defiantly at Langley's, and dabbled a little, I am afraid, in occultism. Mr. Fenton was often to be found in Hathersage. All these things took place, as nearly as I have the power of relating them. 2 localities only, I think, are disguised under their names, Booth's Edge and Malstead. Padley, or rather the chapel in which the last Mass was said, under the circumstances described in this book, remains to this day close to Grindleford station. A Catholic pilgrimage is made there every year, and I have myself once had the honour of preaching on such an occasion, leaning against the wall of the old hall that is immediately beneath the chapel where Mr. Garlick and Mr. Ludlam said their last Masses, and were captured. If the book is too sensational, it is no more sensational than life itself was to Derbyshire folks between 1579 and 1588. It remains only, first, to express my extreme indebtedness to Dom Bede Camm's erudite book, Forgotten Shrines, from which I have taken immense quantities of information, and to a pile of some 20 to 30 other books that are before me as I write these words, and secondly, to ask forgiveness from the distinguished family that takes its name from the Fitzherberts and its descendants from them directly, and to assure its members that old Sir Thomas, Mr. John, Mr. Anthony, and all the rest down to the present day outweigh 1,000 times over, to the minds of all decent people, the stigma of Mr. Thomas's name. Even the apostles numbered 1, Judas. Robert Hugh Benson. Feast of the Blessed Thomas More, 1912. Hare Street House, Buntingford. End of preface.
Section 1 of Cymraeg Cymrup. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by James Carson. Cymraeg Cymrup by Robert Hugh Benson. Book 1, Chapter 1. Part 1. There should be no sight more happy than a young man riding to meet his love. His eyes should shine, his lips should sing. He should slap his mare upon her shoulder and call her his darling. The puddles upon his way should be turned to pure gold, and the stream that runs beside him should chatter her name. Yet, as Robin rode to Marjorie, none of these things were done. It was a still day of frost. The sky was arched above him across the high hills, like that terrible crystal which is the vault above which sits God. Hard blue from horizon to horizon. The fringe of feathery birches stood like filigree work above him on his left. On his right ran the Derwent, sucking softly among his sedges.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?